What's up, guys? Paramoto back at you with another video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, it helps me out a lot. Anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about the new Harleys that came out. Fucking big, exciting news. So Harley's announced 3 new bikes, guys. 3 new bikes. I'm super excited about it. This will always be my favorite V-twin bike out there. This is my fucking favorite. The V2 Panigales are my favorite V-twin, but Harley's coming out with something new. Harley has been fucking a dying brand for a long time, and I hope it's not too little too late for these guys. I really do. I'm rooting for these guys because they're the home team. Harley's the home team because, I mean, what other motorcycle manufacturers are there that are American that are big? Like maybe Indian, you know, Polaris brand owns Indian, you know, but other than that, I don't really know of any other major American brands of motorcycles. So Harley's like straight up the home team. And I've wondered why they don't do anything, you know, more sporty before. Like, I mean, really have. Like, why don't you guys do anything sporty? You know, but it seems like they're fixing that. They came out with 3 new bikes, guys. One is a badass looking street fighter. One is an electric bike. Looking forward to the future there. And then the other one is an adventure bike. I'm really excited about the first 2. The third, not so much, and I'll get into why. So, I've been following this loosely, but, you know, kind of closer than I would normally follow some Harley news for sure. But these bikes are fucking looking amazing. So, like I was saying, when these bikes actually drop, I'm gonna go test ride the Street Fighter. I think I have that in my mind. I'm gonna go test ride the Street Fighter 1. I'm probably not gonna test ride the electric because I have no interest in electric. And the adventure bike looks fucking stupid. I'll be honest with you guys. It looks stupid. It looks huge. There's a weird light bar up front. I'm not really 100% about it. But the other 2 I am. And I think I'm gonna test ride the fucking Street Fighter. Honestly though, like I kind of feel like these guys are basically trying to take Europe on their own game. Like BMW and KTM and Ducati have been making adventure bikes forever, and they basically have the market down. Like you can't really unseat these champions right now with one bike. Like you're gonna have to, you know, make this bike for a few years before you have a chance to really unseat these guys, because you know, they've had so much success with them, and Harley's coming out with their very first adventure bike. I mean, I guess you could like argue that every motorcycle is an adventure bike, but Harley's coming out with their very first, like, basically dual sport kind of adventure bike, which is pretty fucking cool, to be honest with you. I don't really like the delivery of it, to be totally honest with you. I think it looks really big and clunky. It's probably heavy as shit, you know. But I mean, it's gonna be hard, man. Like Europe's been doing this for so long that they have it down so good that it's an uphill battle, you know. And I've been saying that Harley's needed to upgrade their brand for a long time. It's been a very stale brand for a very long time, and I think they finally realized it when they came out with these bikes, because like the whole land pirate thing and their culture doesn't really sell anymore. Like you have your diehard Harley fans, but I mean, you're really petering out. It's like smoking. A lot of people don't smoke anymore. So, you know, same thing with Harley. You know, you got to redo your brand, you got to revitalize, and they haven't forever, you know. And it's like they've had this classic motorcycle design, but it's like every bike is basically the same thing, you know, like different, like, you know, slightly different styles, but every bike is the same thing until they came out with this. You know, I would even venture to argue that the V-Rod is the same thing as every other fucking Harley. So they're really going out there, and I'm really rooting for them. I think some things that they're going to need to fix, though, is their power to weight ratio is garbage. Like, this is like, if you actually put like a 955cc, because that's what this bike is, 955 cc's. If you put a 955cc Harley engine in something, it would probably have like 30 horsepower. Like, those bikes are so underpowered, and this bike, Ducati manages to get 150 horsepower out of the same configuration. So it's like, the power to weight ratio really blows. And it's always sucked. Harley has always been a heavy, slow bike. So I'm hoping that they change that with the Street Fighter, because it's like, do I get a Harley with 60 horsepower, or do I get an MT-10? Or do I get a Diablo? Do I get a fucking Monster? Like, it's gonna be a difficult market to break into, but what they have right now is gonna, if you're kind of on the fence and you really like Harley, but like those specs aren't doing it for you, this bike might do it for you. Straight up. Like, this bike, that might get some customers away from some other people, you know? It really might, you know? So I've spoken about the Street Fighter and how cool it is and how much they've jumped out on the limb with it. I want to talk about the electric bike. I don't really know much about the electric bike. It looks pretty cool. Porsche, nice. It looks pretty cool. It's got the looks going for it, and it shows that Harley is looking towards the future for once. Harley is finally taking a step back and be like, hey, we need to think about, you know, the future of our brand and whether or not we're going to be relevant in 10 years. And I think this actually shows that Harley's actually starting to fucking think about their future, and it's pretty inspiring, to be honest with you. And then I want to talk about the adventure bike. This thing, not so much. Not so much. Like, anything plastic on it looks cheap. The bike looks wide as fuck. It looks goofy. Like, I wouldn't buy it. Like, if I wanted to get an adventure bike, I would go and probably get like a fucking BMW or a Multistrada or something like that. A fucking Harley would not be on my radar. And I don't know really where they're going with this bike. Like, I don't think they're gonna make this bike for long. And I hope they don't waste any fucking money on it, because it looks like garbage, you know? And this is gonna be, like, Harleys typically are like, you know, not that great at like cooling and everything, and you're gonna have this bike that you're gonna want to fucking stay on and like fucking like stop and go, kind of like really slow, heavy fucking jungle brush, and you're gonna be on a Harley. Like, I just don't see it working out well for them. I really don't, not at all. So, I mean, best of luck still, but I think the first two bikes, I think they have a lot of redeeming qualities. I really do. The third bike, you probably shouldn't have made it. You probably shouldn't have made an adventure bike. They probably just saw like this openness in the market. Like, they weren't getting anything in the adventure bike market, so they were just like, we got to do something to try to tap into this money. But I think it was a miss. I think he had fucking two singles, like 2 fucking base hits and a strikeout. I think that's what that one is. Nothing like throttling this bike. So, a couple of questions I'm going to have with this thing is, one, is it too little too late for the company? Like, you established your brand, you have a respected brand, a dying brand, but a respected brand nonetheless. Is it too little too late to recover it? And then 2, are they going to start giving you what you deserve for your money? Like, for the longest time, Harleys were super fucking expensive, and you got a comfortable touring bike, but you had no power and no technology, and like, it was just like so far behind the times that it's just like, man, this thing is like, I'm riding a 2010 fucking Harley, but I might as well be in the 80s technology wise, you know? Like, they really don't. Holy fucking bug. God damn. You guys see that giant fucking bug? But anyway, guys, like, fucking, Harley's had this fucking brand for so long, and it's like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to change themselves enough to be able to survive. Like, it would be really sad to see Harley Davidson go out of business. I'm not a Harley guy, but just for, you know, American pride-wise, you know, like, man, our biggest motorcycle dealer is fucking done, you know? Like, it would be a sad day in motorcycles seeing Harley, you know, go under. And it would give us sport bike guys less bikes out there to fucking beat the shit out of on the freeway, you know? But like, it never made sense to me, like Harley, how they you know, have these bikes with such high displacement and such little power. And then, you know, on the flip side of it, you know, you have these bikes with such high displacement, such low power, such high price tags. It's just like, this isn't a recipe. This isn't something that I really want to be a part of, you know? And, you know, I'm thinking about the Street Fighter now. I thought about the Roadster before. I still have Harley on my radar, but they're not my favorite bikes. That's for damn sure. But, yeah. Other than that, I'll update you guys to any news. These videos that I'm posting this week are going to be super simple. One, I'm having computer problems. I don't know why I keep on fucking counting everything down, but anyway, I'm having computer issues right now. And besides for that, I'm also working 6 days this week, so it's going to be fucking rough. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Woo! Coming in hot. And there was a car there. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Deuces.